jump in the truck here and head on down to W1AW, ARRL headquarters. I had always dreamed of visiting ARRL headquarters and the Percy Maxim W1AW station, as I always wanted to operate as a young adult when I got my ticket, but I never had the chance back then, and so today I recently found the perfect opportunity to schedule a visit and catch up with a good friend and fellow YouTuber down there. So I hopped in the truck and took the 2-hour journey down to Newington, Connecticut. With my recording gear in tow, I was finally able to cross that off my bucket list. So I wanted to share this story with you of my journey there and my dream of finally working W1AW. Well, I finally made it. I'm here. I'm at ARRL headquarters here, W1AW. So let's go in, check it out, meet up with Marvin here. If you've never been to the ARRL, I would encourage you to try to schedule a visit sometime in your lifetime. Maybe if you know someone who can give you a behind-the-scenes look, you should definitely try to take them up on that offer. I was able to walk through with Marvin and get a first-hand view of all the repeater racks, the build kits that were featured in QST, some of the RF testing rooms, and be able to do a walkthrough of all the historic radio equipment from hams and celebrities that have been donated that they've held on to since Percy Maxim's days.
That's one of the original Oscar satellites, that metal box on the table there. That one actually did not go into space, but that's one of the first amateur satellites.
Wow.
Do all the product review testing in here and verifying the specs of all the radios and everything.
Oh, you better have the lights on.
This is supposed to be kind of like what the ham shack of the future will look like. You know, all the cables are conveniently hidden in these troughs. Node Red, which is kind of an open source programming language on that big screen there. Lightning, so many miles away from the station, it pulls constantly pulling weather data, and if there's any lightning, it will automatically power everything down.
Oh, sweet! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so everything disconnects and.
Yep, exactly. That's pretty new. We just literally in the last couple of days installed these nice Eaton battery backups, which have a little bit of surge protection, so that if there's ever we've been getting a lot of lightning storms lately with a lot of brownouts of equipment and everything.
The fact that I've been a ham 30 years and have not been down here at all.
You've been a ham 30 years too?
30 years.
Really?
91.
Really?
We are on 9 bands from 160 down through 10 meters. That also includes 6 and 2 meters. Mm-hmm. We're using pretty much all amateur grade equipment, primarily ICOM. Now we run anywhere from 800 to 1,000 watts, depending upon the band. With 1,000 watts kind of like up on 160 meters, simply because we're using a dipole antenna.
Sure. Okay.
All the other antennas used for the other bands are high gain antennas, not the manufacturer, rather they're M-squared antennas, but they have appreciable gain. Mm-hmm. So I really don't have to run a lot of power. I let the antenna do all the work.
Exactly.
And as you can see, these are set up, we're not transmitting right now, but they're set up on our CW frequencies, because obviously the bulk of our transmissions are CW, because the SEC rules require us to provide a minimum of 40 hours a week of code practice in bulletin transmissions. Now, when the rules for operating here at W1AW is that any licensed amateur radio operator can come here and operate. They can operate in the bands and modes granted by their license class. However, they're only using W1AW.
Okay, well, we're at W1AW, and I'm going to operate and see what we can get for calling W1AW here. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is W1AW. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Whiskey. Whiskey 1 Alpha Whiskey calling CQ and standing by. All right, well, there we go. Didn't get a chance to make any contacts. 20 meters is kind of really out of sorts here. The bands are still kind of going through a lot of those storms. But, you know, still had a blast here hanging out in the W1AW Percy Maxim station here, and got a chance to finally operate W1AW. We had a successful run here, W1AW. I had a blast operating it, although I didn't make any contacts, but you know, the time I came was in the middle of the day. 20 was a little bit of a struggle, but overall, you know, if you get a chance to come down here and visit the ARRL headquarters, I highly recommend it. I appreciate Marvin for walking me through and giving me that tour and checking out the ARRL headquarters here in Connecticut. And so with that, as always, thank you guys again for watching. 7-3.